Hey, what's going on? It's Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling, with this wonderful shirt that somebody got me. Look at that thing. Tom and Jerry, Spider-Man and Venom. Uh, this is our first inaugural show of Who Booked This Shit. But these are real life stories that have nothing to do with pro wrestling. But once I tell you the tale and show you the tape, you too will be asking yourself who booked this shit. I'm going to analyze all kinds of stuff, but we're going to let this go. So here's the story real quick, and then we'll get into it. There's a guy named Michael Larson. This is in the 80s. There's a game show called Press Your Luck, and he got it in his head that he could beat the system. And how is he going to beat that system? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. Look at that. This Oster's juicer ad alone.
Made with enriched elbow macaroni, creamier cheddar cheese, and other natural flavors from Golden Grain Macaroni Company. And enjoy the air you breathe with this pure air machine. High and low speed citrus fragrance. Also, meat and potatoes kinds of people like a meat and potatoes kind of meal.
Yes. Yes.
And heat up to 12 ounces of water in 90 seconds with this hot shot beverage.
So Michael Larson, he was a guy who drove an ice cream truck sometimes, and he got it in his head that he could study the patterns of the board where you get the prizes on Press Your Luck. Now, Press Your Luck, how the game show worked is you would do a bunch of trivia questions, and then you would win spins, and then you would do those spins. Michael Larson figured out through videotaping the show, rewinding, playing, and memorizing the pattern of the board, that the 4th space and the 8th space were always safe from what were called the whammies. Yeah. Whammies would bankrupt you, and if you got 4 whammies in a game, you would be done, right? And you would win fabulous prizes. There's your whammy. But you'll notice that 4th space and that 8th space never have a whammy. And they usually have a large amount of money and a spin. And Michael Larson concocted his plan. And there he is, right in the middle. Good old Michael Larson. So Michael Larson took the last of his money, bought a plane ticket to Los Angeles. He had to get on the show. He had nothing else going on. And strangely, the casting director person, after his audition, didn't want to put Michael in the center on the show.
Welcome to Press Your Luck. We are television's most competitive game. As if you've been watching the last few days, you know that. And this is, well, this is the exciting day because this is the final day of the big home player game. Yes, I know, but it is the final. But we're going to have big bucks today. I can feel it. Remember, yesterday, Georgia May Davis of Corsicana, Texas, won a trip to Rio de Janeiro.
Yay!
And today, we're hoping it's you. So whatever's lucky, grab onto it, because when that home player spin comes up in round 2, we're going to be playing it for you. And
home player spin, you want Michael Larson. I'll tell you that. Spoiler alert.
Starting with our returning champion, Ed Long.
Ed looks happy.
$11,516. Ed, what are you going to do besides buy a lot of E-Cup brassieres? What's the plan?
No, I won't buy any of those, I promise, Peter. I really don't know.
Ed, typically you'd win about $10,000. That was considered a good day on Press Your Luck.
Best of luck to you. Let's meet our second player, Michael Larson. How are you,
Michael Larson, there's our guy. Look how happy he is.
What do you do for a living?
Oh, I drive an ice cream truck in the summer. I hope to win enough money here not to have to do that.
Do you have it with you today? Do you have the ice cream truck with you today?
No, I didn't.
Oh, we had all kinds of orders we were going to take. What a day for it. Well, Michael, you want to
a little patronizing told Michael.
Right.
Just want to eat the ice cream, though.
No, I've done enough of that, too.
So Michael seemed too eager for the casting director, so they didn't want to put him on the show.
Our
but
third player, Janie
an executive
Ligris.
producer
All right,
overrode
Janie.
that and put Michael on the
Now,
show,
you
and they
work
would
for a
regret
dentist
that
of,
very
some
much.
Oh,
kind of-
yes. I've worked 6 years for a crazy Polish dentist.
What's he do? To make him crazy.
He sings to his patients and serves them drinks to calm them down a little bit.
I don't think it's so crazy. I like that. All right,
Oh,
Janie,
the
good
sweet
luck to you, and
80s.
maybe you'll
So
make
we
some
can
money
talk about
today
your
on
Polish
Dress You Up,
dentist.
Okay? You know how we do this. You give me a correct
So weird.
buzz and answer, you get 3 spins. A correct
So you can
multiple
see
choice
Ed
answer,
is
1
incredibly
spin.
excited.
And of course,
His
you know what's up
face
on that
is
board.
like,
Most of it's good,
I'm
but
gonna
a few
rule.
whammies, so hopefully you earn some spins. Here we go.
Here we go.
Crow's feet are those facial lines around the eyes that we get from squinting. According to American Health magazine, at what age does the average, Janie,
40?
does the average person get them? Is the correct answer 40, 30, or 50? Ed?
40.
Ed says it's 40.
40.
Michael? 40. The average person gets serious crow's feet at the age of 40.
So because she got it right initially, she gets 3 spins, and the others
Obviously,
picked
none
the
of you
right
have crow's
answer
feet since
along
I'm
with her,
20.
so
I
they
certainly
get
don't.
1. That's how it works.
Moving right along, okay? You've probably got President Franklin D. Roosevelt in your pocket or purse right now because his likeness is on the head side, Michael,
Uh-oh.
$50 bill.
of what American coin? Is the correct answer
Coin.
a $50 bill, a nickel,
1,
or a
it's
dime?
coin, Michael,
Ed?
and 2, FDR
A
is
dime.
definitely not on the
Dime, says Ed.
$50
Janie,
bill.
what do you
That's
think?
grand.
Dime.
So
Well,
he's
FDR
nervous.
is on the
Michael
dime.
knows he just needs a few spins, and he can just run the table.
Janie goes to 4. Third question. Early buzz, he didn't quite get it, but here goes the next question. What member of the wedding party is responsible for giving the check to the clergyman? Janie?
The best man.
All right, is the correct answer the best man, the groom, or the bride's father? Ed?
I should know this, shouldn't
You
I,
sure
Peter?
should,
I
Ed.
really should know this.
Yeah.
He's a
I'll be in
pastor.
deep trouble if I don't get it.
You're right, Ed.
You can tell it's just on the end of my tongue,
You
can't
could
you?
probably lay
It's
it
the
out
best
to me.
man.
Best man.
You got
Okay, what do you think, Michael?
It's the best man.
Best man. Well, yeah, it's the best man.
So she's really kicking butt, Janie, because now she's got 7 spins, and they got 3 and 2
Pressure was on, Ed, but you pulled
and
it
they
out.
got 3 and 2
Congratulations. Okay.
respectively.
Fourth question. They say they're coming back, and personally, I can hardly wait. According to the Los Angeles Herald-Examiner, if a woman wears a miniskirt to flatter her legs, she should wear a heel of at least how many inches high? Janie.
2.
All right, is the correct answer 2, 1, or 3? Ed?
2.
2. And what do you think, Michael?
I'll say 2.
2. This time, Ed, you were smart. You went with a lady, and the fact of the matter is that 2-inch heel is the right one.
Janie, get all the spins.
Michael to 3, and Janie to 10. And you're going to get a chance to turn those spins into bucks when we come back after this. So, stick with us.
Another important thing to note is with your spins, if you acquire spins through the course of the game, you can pass those spins on to your opponent, which you may want to do tactically. Keep in mind, the game is designed so that you would get a
This
whammy
week in Game
about
Show history,
1 out of
Game
6
Show creator Bill
spins.
Toddy
So
was born.
it's the
People
equivalent
start
of getting
doing
like
crazy things for
bankrupt in
money
Wheel
on
of Fortune.
Almost anything goes, and MTV hits the airwaves.
So
soon
this
after Remote
footage
Control
was
launches
never
with an
aired
unknown
by the
comedian,
network.
Adam Sandler.
They were so mad about what Michael Lawson did that they wouldn't air it. But the Game Show Network bought the footage, and they insisted that this be part of it, and then they made it into a 2-part show because the Michael Larson thing is so ridiculous, as you're going to see in a moment. Look at that gear, though. What wrestling manager should be wearing that gear right
That's
now?
it. Big bucks.
Okay, Michael's
Come on,
nervous,
big
right?
Bucks, big bucks. I'm going. Stop!
He got away.
Strangely, though, see, obviously they can't take any money away, but he gets 3 more. He's out. The good thing is, this actually threw the producers off of the trail because he was nervous and accidentally got that whammy. They thought, maybe we don't have to worry about this guy. See that number 4 space? That's what Michael is going for more often than not, is that 4th space and that 8th space.
Stop at
In the first round, there's less free spins going around. And so Michael uses his 2 spins and gets money on that 4th space. That's important to note because the second round, that's when things go bonkers.
Here you go.
Look how happy this pastor is.
Stop at an exercise cycle. A couple of them, and the value up for
Say woohoo again.
1730. 2 spins left. Ed.
Go for it. Stop.
Stop at 500 and a spin. 2230. Still have 2 spins.
So see, they'll move that spin, that extra spin, to the red. Because those are the ones he's able to pass on, right? Or he can pass on his spins now. What are you going to do with the spin? See, they asked him.
Stop at $300, $29.80. First place for now. Let's see what Janie can do with it.
So Michael is in second, but Janie, she's got all the spins.
Stop at a bumper pool table, Janie. Valued at $695. Third place, 9 spins. Here we go.
I love this. This is my favorite.
Stop at $400. $1,095. Third place.
They got the technique, boy.
Come on, big bucks. Stop.
Stop at $750.
Michael would explain later that first round was really important because he had to figure out the timing. Because keep in mind, he's used to hitting pause on his remote. It's not the quite the same timing as the button. So once that first whammy happened, he felt. Look at him now. He's relaxed because he realized, like, I messed up that first one, but the next 2 he got perfectly. So he knew that his technique was sound.
Bedroom set, you've got it. $719. You're at 30.
This lady's cleaning up.
By almost $700, 4 spins, press your luck or pass. Here we
Press my
go.
luck. Come on.
Look how happy she is.
Stop at an air
Oh, she
conditioner,
almost
Janie.
whammied.
Value at $495. That brings up to $41.08. About $1,100 more than Ed. 3 spins, press your luck or pass.
Part of my favorite thing is when the second round happens, is reading the people's faces around Michael because they're having to pretend.
Stop it. Move 1 space to
They're having to
$500.
pretend to be okay with it, but they're clearly not.
$46.08. First
She's
place.
avoiding the extra spins. You see the notion. So she got down to 2, and then she passed them to the person in second place because she didn't want to risk a whammy.
You're up to $35.30. You're going to have to get something.
Let's see if her strategy pays off.
Here we go.
Big bucks, big stop.
Stop at $550.
It does not.
Ed, you turn
So she
away.
basically just gave the guy $1,100 more.
Janie, you have the lead, 46.08. You've got the advantage. We're coming right back with a whole new round, so hang in there.
So the only one who's whammied is good old Michael Larson. Press your luck. I will admit that I watched the.
Cup of Joe, Bud, John, and Gary. Buzzer's Black and White Coffee Break. Weekdays at 1. Let's play, baby.
Buzzer.
I love the Game Show Network. I will occasionally watch it just to watch it. I used to also watch. I think it was called Elevator. The horror game show.
You're going to give me answers. Answers become spins.
Here we
And spins can be worth
go.
As much as $5,000
Now
in this
Michael
round.
needs
Are you ready?
spins. Remember,
Okay.
he needs enough.
You can
He
sprinkle your
needs
clothes
enough
with hot, warm,
stake
or
money,
cold
as we
water
would say
before
in the
you iron them.
gambling world,
But if
so
you
he
want to
can
improve
really
your
make things
ironing
happen.
Speed, which temperature water should you use? Ed.
Cold.
Is the correct answer cold, hot, or warm? Michael?
Cold.
Cold, says Michael.
I'll say warm.
Janie will say warm, and to speed things up, sprinkle your clothes with hot water. Yeah.
You're trying to get
I
wrinkles
knew that.
out. Of course, it
Because
would
it
be
was on the
hot
card.
water.
That's why I knew it. See, you learn something every day here. Okay, we're going to go to question 2. In what season of the year does a dog normally shed his fur? Ed?
The fall.
Is the correct answer the fall, the summer, or the spring?
Not
Michael?
fall.
Spring.
Spring for Michael. Janie?
I'll say spring.
Yeah, well, a dog normally sheds his fur in the springtime.
Why would it be the
Michael
fall?
picks up
Why
a
would it?
spin.
Why would it
So
go
does
through the
Janie.
summer with all that long hair?
Ed, you got a strange
Well,
dog.
he grows it in the fall anyways.
Well, you got a strange puppy, Ed. It's
Okay.
okay. Here we go. In the famous
Ed's a
Dutch
charmer.
lullaby, the 3 who sailed in the wooden shoe were Winkin, Blinkin, and
Nod.
Michael says nod is the correct answer. Nod,
Look at the relief in his
Sod,
shoulders
or Fred?
when he realizes,
Ed?
like, I've now got,
Nod.
I've got
Peter.
4
Nod. Ed is
spins.
nodding at me. Janie?
not.
With
Nod.
at
Nod.
least
Blinkin,
4,
Blinkin, and
Michael can do
nod.
damage.
Ed goes
Look
to
at the
one.
look at his
Michael
elation. He
four.
knows, like, here we go,
Okay.
right?
Here we go with the 4th question.
That
The
outfit, I can't
Polish
get
call
over
it their native dance, but it's really native to Czechoslovakia, and it's one of Lawrence Welk's trademarks. Michael?
Polka.
What is this popular folk dance? Is it the
Look
polka,
how happy he
the
is. He's
mazurka,
just like, I
or the
got him
hora?
now.
Ed.
Polka.
Polka for Ed. Janie.
It's the polka.
That folk
With
dance
7
is
spins,
the
Michael
polka.
can really do
Michael to
damage.
Michael to 7.
And he
Janie to
knows
3.
it. Look how giddy he is. Oh, this is so awesome.
To decide who avoids the whammy, walks away with the big bucks. So hurry back.
And so Michael's comfortable. He's talking to the pastor. The producers, meanwhile, were thrown off the trail just a little bit by Michael hitting that
Will the
whammy.
whammy steal his winnings?
See the
Will
Michael
Peter run out of things
Larson
to say?
episodes.
The second half of the Press Your Luck Michael Larson episodes is next.
You know if they're devoting it to one player and making it a 2-part thing, that it's that he goes buck wild. And folks, he's about to go
I'm going to take
buck
just a moment to
wild.
remind you that one of the spins in this very round will be the home player spin. I'm going to show the home audience right at this exact moment which spin it will be. So if the contestant
If you're that home contestant, you don't know it, but you're praying that it's Michael, because he's going to get you money, money, money.
Michael at 2,500, Ed at 4,080, and Janie 4,608. You earned last place in this round.
How high does
Which is where
Michael
you wanna be
Lawson
because you got
get?
First place in the first round.
shall
That
see.
means the player with the least amount of money goes first. That is Michael with 2,500.
Look at him. He's got his hand right over it. He doesn't do space because it's all about timing. 4th space, 8th space. Look at his face.
$4,000 on a spin. Michael, that's 6,500
And instantly takes first place and gets a spin, so he stays at 7. Look at his, look at it. Look at the excitement. And Michael cheers before the result is even revealed. Half the time. See, he's already cheering before it can even register what he got because he knows he's got the timing down. He's getting that 8th space and that 4th space. Look at his grin. That is a guy. He messed up, but he didn't get busted for it, so he's happy. See, he doesn't even consider stopping, as any normal person would, because again, 1 out of 6, you're going to get a whammy normally. 4th space. Look at this guy. Look at him. He can barely contain his excitement. That smile, the unabashed smile.
Stop at 500 and spin. 18,000.
Space to break.
3, 6, and you still have 6 spins, Michael. Press your luck or pass. Michael's going.
This is his whole life. This is the greatest moment in his life, and you're getting to see it. And for people who are in performance and wrestling and things like that, look at his body language. This is the greatest moment in his life, and you can see it in his face. This is the home player spin. So whatever person they picked from home is going to get whatever Michael gets on this spin.
Also the home player spin time, and I got to tell you, Michael is on a roll. So, Michael, if you'll read the name of the player and card in front of you, we'll find out who that lucky player is.
It's Michael Landry of Jeanerette, Louisiana.
All right, Michael. Michael, this is it. Grab something lucky because whatever
Yeah,
Michael
grab
wins,
something
you
lucky.
win
Your
also.
lucky
If Michael hits
thing is
whammy,
it's
he'll
Michael
lose all
Lawson
his money.
spinning.
You receive $500 courtesy of the whammy, of course. And, of course, if Michael hits money plus a spin, you receive the money, and Michael will get the money and the spin. Michael, are you ready?
Yes, I'm
2
ready.
Michaels going in at 19,336. Let's get
How
some
much
big
money
bucks.
is he going to win for Mr. Louisiana?
$1,000
Here's a grand, bro. Space number 8.
Michael in Louisiana, you got yourself $1,000. Congrats. Michael, you have 1,000 and a spin, brings a total of 20,336, and you have 6 spins. You have those 6
Look, right now, Ed is happy,
Here we go.
right?
Wow.
Because they haven't figured out that this guy is not going to lose. They haven't figured it out yet. He's timing it out to make sure he's got it right.
Stop at 750 and a
Nails
spin.
that 8th spot.
21,000.
She's not having it. Look at her. Look at Janie. Janie is like, this is ridiculous. There's no way this guy has been able to spin 9, 10 times and not hit a whammy. It's not possible, right, in her mind. Look at his timing.
5,000 and a spin.
Bro.
26,000.
Now, look at him. His body language. He can barely hold it in. But this is his moment, and he's just going to keep going. He's going to make them pay, boy. He got through every test, and now this is his shining moment.
Stop! Pick a corner. $1,500 in a spin or $2,000, Michael?
$2,250.
$2,250.
His timing was off, and he realizes it. That's why he's a little like 2250. You know, he doesn't need that spin. The host is over it, right? His rhythm is now off, but he's not getting punished for it, right? He's still winning prizes, but Larson realizes like one mistake and I could lose all of this. So notice whenever he's not 4 and 8, he takes his time to make sure he gets 4 and 8. Watch. He took his time, made sure he got 4, so he got the big money and a spin. The host is like, oh God, dude. This brother's still gonna go. Right now, the producers apparently were flipping out and calling the head of like the daytime programming and going like, what do we do? And the answer was, we can't do anything about it. They called the basically one of the highest ups at the network at CBS, and they're like, what do we do? And he's like, you can't do anything. So they're just watching and recording it. And even though they run over time because Michael goes so long, they just keep recording so they can try to bust him on something. Space number 4, space number 8.
Here's what we have for our departing contestants for international entertaining everyday meals. Westman's Electric Oriental Wok. It's
So,
ideal for stir frying, simmering, and stewing. And
they-
from across the Pacific,
They
comes
reached the
Hawaiian
end of the
natural
show,
lotions and oils,
and they would have to
plus
continue it
attractive
next
Hawaiian
time
bottom
because
with
Michael's
a
run was so
plus Hager
long.
jeans. Now the fit, comfort, and style you expect from Hager.
So they
Help you look and feel your best
divided
in
it up
your
into
jeans.
2
Plus,
shows.
gift
The
certificates
Game
for
Show
Kentucky
Network
Fried Chicken and
did.
fresh buttermilk
Buzzer,
biscuits.
once
You've
they
got a
bought
right
the
to chicken
footage.
right at Kentucky Fried Chicken. We do chicken
Like
right.
I said,
Plus
CBS was so
controls. Discover
pissed
chicken losing weight
that they
with
wouldn't
control.
air it, and
Control
they
capsules
certainly
give you
wouldn't
power to
ever
help with needs
replay
and
it. It was
less
just
lose weight.
basically on
Here's
the
the
shelf. Interesting things about it. I mean, I'll talk about that in the post, but Michael Larson, obviously they didn't want to pay him the money, but it was determined that basically he had done nothing wrong. There was nothing in the contract that said you couldn't memorize the timing of the board. They never brought him back though. And Michael Larson many times, you know, tried to come up with ideas. Oh, you could have a tournament of champions. And they did change the timing of the board. And they certainly could have changed it again right before they had Michael Larson, but they were just pissed at him. Michael got that trip to Kauai. Kauai is gorgeous. She's awesome.
Pool table for dance. Come on, pool table. Come on, pool table.
You got it! You got it!
Pop Diddy card, I'll take it and stop.
Stop at a big screen TV, Ted! And you got it! Valued at $3,800, that's $14,405. You're the champion for today. We'll be right back.
Look out. Michael is over the moon, boy. This is the same intro that they ran on the first show. But we're going to jump right into Michael frickin' finishing off his spins.
Go again, he says! Go again!
All right, here's Michael back at it. He's taking a breath.
Stop! Stop at 700.
Hits that 8th spot.
Michael, 37,601.
4 spins.
4 spins left. Go again!
He's going again.
The money to ride. 37,601.
At this point, the jig is up. There's no way they don't know that he's got the timing down. Hits that 4th spot.
Michael, you're broke. 40,000 over 40.
Ed can't believe it. Janie is pissed. Look at that body language and that face. She's mad, boy.
Go again. Oh my. Oh my. $40,000 riding on
Michael
one
has
spin.
reached an emotional state where he's in the zone. You see it. He's not overly excited. He's in the zone.
This is unreal.
He's
This is unbelievable. We've never had this happen. Oh, big bucks. Stop! Stop at 1,000.
hitting that 8th spot. Hitting that 8th spot.
601. Michael, I've got to remind you,
The host trying to dissuade him. The host is trying to dissuade him and wants him to pass those spins, but Michael knows he's a sure thing. He's in that groove, hitting that 8th spot.
Still have the 4 spins. Let's go again.
He's not even thinking about passing him yet.
44,601. Will he keep it? Stop! 3,000 and a spin. 47.
He's yelling stop like that has a factor in the button pushing, but he can't believe this is working. And now he's the proverbial cat playing with its prey.
Stop at 750.
4, 8, 4, 8, just racking it up.
That must be at least 15 spins. At least 15, and you're going to keep going. 58,000.
It's at least 15. Keep in mind, 1 out of 6 hit the whammy on average. And he's actually over 15 spins. He's closer to 18.
Stop! Stop at $3,000 and a spin. Michael, you have over 50.
We'll return to this amazing game of Press Your Luck right after this. Stick with us.
You have 4 spins left.
Are you laughing?
These old game shows are something else, you know. You had many stories of like rigged game shows, right? And the movie Quiz Show was about that, about a real life case that happened. But this was a man, one person taking it upon themselves to hacking the system and doing it successfully.
4 spins. Let's see what he does with them.
Got those 4 spins, and he's going to keep going.
$500.
Space 8. You see how crucial that is?
Michael, you still have 4 spins.
It's like, come on, we're going.
51.8 and the roll.
That wasn't enough money.
Stop at 500 and a spin. 52.
Even the audience is a little worn out with disbelief.
You still have 4
Janie's done. Janie's like,
what? Okay, it's whatever. Here we go. Stop at 500 and a spin. 52,851. 4 spins.
Ed is
Michael,
flabbergasted.
anyone press their luck like you are, and you are pressing your luck.
The host is just like, dude, like, stop. You're going to lose it all. But Michael knows, no, I'm not.
Stop! 4,000.
He can't believe this is working. Michael has reached a different stage. He's out. It's not about zone now. And now it's, you see how he's searching in his brain for the correct answer, right? Should I stop? Am I being greedy? He's probably set a number in his head.
Stop at 5,000 and a spin.
Now he's hitting that 4, because that's always the big money in a spin.
You're at $61,000 and change.
Could that number be 100,000? Could Michael be going like, I can hit 100K?
Oh, nerves of steel, 4,000 and a spin.
See, his reaction time on the celebrating is so fast. That's how they knew. That was one of the bits of evidence that they try to use, was this dude knew he was getting, he wasn't going to get whammies.
55,000? Not anymore. You do.
See how it's just 4 and 8, 4 and 8. That's where he's living, those spaces.
Unbelievable, Michael. Stop at 5,000 and a spin.
Look at he's very nervous with his mouth, just like, because now he has so much. If he was to whammy at this point, and keep in mind, there were times where he wasn't hitting 4 and 8. Those are the times he was in danger. And
Michael, you have rolled 31 times.
31 times. He should have hit 5 whammies at least.
You're going to press again? Oh, 74,851. Michael.
The producers are freaking out.
Please.
The head of daytime programming is losing his mind. And Michael won't stop.
78,000, Michael, 851.
Now Janie's going through a different stage of grief of just like, what?
This is unreal. Big bucks.
He doesn't want to make a mistake.
Stop at 500 and a spin.
So he goes to his 8. All right, goes to that 8th spot.
Michael,
that's his fail-safe.
You can't.
Now it feels
you
very
can't say
real.
those spins.
Do I?
Give 'em away.
Do I
You don't want
go?
to give them away. You've got 75,000 more than Jane.
No.
Here we go.
He's gonna give him away. No.
79,000,
Now he's got
3,
100,000 on his
spins,
mind,
$4,000.
and he's going for the big money and the big spins.
You're up to 83,000.
Janie is definitely going through every stage of
Michael,
grief right now.
83,000. Man's gonna go.
How hard is the I wish you would get the whammy energy from both of the players, from the host, and from everybody who's in the truck and the production booth right now? Can you imagine the energy that they're devoting to get a whammy? And he still defies it. It's incredible.
Oh, stop at 4,000 and a spin. You're at $90,000, Michael, and 351.
Now he's too close to 100 to not do it. He's too close to 100 to not attempt it.
You're gonna go again. Michael's going
Look
again.
at and Janie's happy. Janie's just like, get a whammer. She's just wishing it to be. Look at her body language in her face. It's so awesome.
Stop at 500 and a spin. 90.
Goes to his safety, the 8th spot.
Michael, the odds are unbelievable. 90,851,
He
and
says,
he goes again.
if you're gonna do
What
it,
a hunk of money riding on
do
one
it.
spin.
if you're gonna rob the bank,
Lucky a lady,
take the money out of the vault, right? Like he's just going for it.
94,851, Michael. 94. Go again. Go again.
I'm going for 100. He says it out loud. Is he gonna go for 8 and be it safe, or go for that 4?
You can hear a pin drop. 5,000 and a spin.
No sense in doing things by halves,
You have
right?
$99,851.
It's insane for him to continue to go. But he set that 100K mark in his head, and he gets it.
You get it. You're over 100,000. We're at $102,851 and still counting. We'll be back to see what Michael Larson does with his 4 remaining spins right after this.
We're laying odds that a different
Holy
game show every
moly.
night.
Have you been so lucky?
So Michael, after the network wouldn't pay him the money, eventually they acquiesced and paid him the money.
Oh, you
And
bet.
the money itself was over 100 grand. But the prizes brought it to over 200 grand.
Michael, you're gonna pass him.
He passes his spins. He's thrilled. Janie is not thrilled for getting them because she has to go through the Michael spins first. She has to do those no matter what. You can't pass spins that are passed to you, if that makes sense. So she has to burn those 4 in the red before she's able to do anything with the other spins. But we go to our man Ed, the pastor.
Stop at a whammy. I don't believe it. Michael, did you know that whammy was coming? Wow.
Oh,
One
Ed!
left, one whammy,
Ed
no
is
dollars.
crushed.
What do you think, Ed?
I couldn't
You want
pass
to come
it
up
to
here? I'll
Mike.
go up there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ed. Do something. Roll it.
I'm gonna go for
There
it.
it goes.
He's gonna go for it.
Big bucks and I need a 5,000 and
Custer's
speed
last
for
stand.
Come on, stop.
Stop at 5,000 on the spin. You got it.
That's just a release of like, at least I didn't whammy out. At least I didn't only get whammies.
Stop at 5,000 on the spin again. What is
Maybe he learned something subconsciously from Michael about the timing of the board, because he just hit 4 twice, right? And he got the 5,000 in the spin.
I've gotta go.
Here we go.
You're insane to go for it. He should, what their strategy should be is to get a reasonable amount of money and then hope.
Money's gone, Ed.
Triumph and tragedy, that's tragedy.
One at a time. Here they come. One's coming. Here comes the first one.
Come on, big bucks. Come on, stop.
Stop at a whammy. We'll take the 3 spins in the pass column, move them over to the earn column. You now have 6 spins in the earn column, none in the pass column, and no dollars in the
Oh,
whammy.
whammies. Dude, if one of my regular viewers wanted to get me a whammy t-shirt, I would not be mad about it.
$151 to go. Stop at 700 and a spin.
All right.
Still have 6 spins, pressure luck to pass.
Michael is content and comfortable. His body language of a guy who's just like, okay, let's just let this play out. Cool, win the water bike. Cool.
41.35, 5 spins, pressure luck to pass.
She has gone through the Michael
Come on,
spins,
big bucks.
right?
Come on, and stop.
Stop at $2,500.
66-35.
So she's a little smarter than Ed is. Ed got it up to 10 grand. He should have given up the spins. Her plan is to get it up to a decent amount and then pass the spins, which is exactly what it should be, on the hopes that somehow Michael will trip up. Because again, when spins are passed to you, you have to use them.
Big bucks, come on now, come on.
She's a shark. You got to give it to her because basically her and Ed got beat up by watching Michael destroy this board and get it to this ungodly amount of money for 30 minutes. And the fact that she's got that strategy.
This game right after this.
Yeah. So now she's past her 3.
Some of the biggest one-day winners in Whammy history.
You might be wondering, what did Michael do with all the winnings and the money? Unfortunately, he invested in some bogus real estate thing. He poured, because after taxes, the cash, he had 70 grand in cash. And he poured it into this real estate thing and ended up losing all that money.
All right, here we go. 3 of them. 102,000, 4,000.
Apparently, he was a guy who was always get rich quick, right? This was his moment in the sun. This was his moment in the sun. He's still got to go through those 3 spins. And he's very cautious. Goes to his safety, the 8th, because he just cannot. He knows, dude, if I get a whammy on these spins that were passed to me, it will be for nothing. So he's very cautious, right? Ooh, and see, he's nervous because it's like he got the Bahamas, but like as soon as he can get rid of the spins, he gets rid of them, right? Unless she gets money in a spin, she can't pass them back to Michael.
Stop at $750. All right.
Michael could not be happier about that result.
Michael is at $110,237. To say the
crowd's
least,
losing
you will
it.
have to get something that gives you an additional spin in order to stay in this game and continue, because CBS will relinquish its entire daytime schedule for this show to go on if you keep going. Are you ready, Janie? Yeah. Is it Michael going to hold on to that 110,000? Let's see, Janie. Stop at a Mexican cruise. What's the difference?
Michael is happy she got a Mexican cruise. He's happier for. He's like, it's like he. Look at him. He said, "I'm sorry." Like, there's a part of him that knows that, like, he's pulled a scam and a con. But how could he be anything but elated? He did it. Look at that's the feeling of total elation. That's I won the gold medal. You know, that's.
Michael, here in the studio, you've won a sailboat. 12 feet of fun and enjoyment in the water. It's nothing. Let nothing come between you and the water.
Let's go over his prizes. Over 100 grand in prizes alone.
Your companion round-trip coach from Los Angeles to the Bahama Islands for a 6-night stay, modified American plan at the Bahamas Princess and Tower Resort and Golf Club on exciting Grand Bahama Island, offering tennis, swimming, casinos, gourmet cuisine, and international entertainment by Bahamas Princess and Tower Resort. And finally, Michael, you won a Hawaiian vacation, a round-trip flying holiday for 2. Air coach via Western Airlines spaceship from Los Angeles to Honolulu. Western's Islander service features warm hospitality and delicious cuisine. You'll stay at the Kauai Surf Resort, situated on Kalapaki Beach in Hawaii. 200 acres of tropical grounds, luxury rooms, island entertainment, and warm traditional hospitality. The Kauai Surf Resort. Those prizes totaling $5,287, combined with the $104,950 in cash.
When they did it for modern value, it was determined that those prizes are actually worth close to or more than 100 grand. The taxable, like I said, on that 110 brought it down to 70,000, and then he ended up spending that money on a real estate thing that did not pan out. And Michael died a few years ago.
By far the most
this was his golden moment in life.
And we get a special call from the president of CBS thanking you for retiring as the Hall of Fame all-time winner in the history of Press Your Luck, Michael. And I understand. It's so long in time, it doesn't matter. Michael, I understand that you borrowed the money to get here.
Yes.
Yeah.
You went to a thrift shop to buy a shirt to get on the show.
65 cents.
65 cents for a shirt. I'm sure anybody would give you the shirt off their back right now. Okay, now, Michael, I understand that yesterday was your daughter's birthday.
Yes.
What happened?
I didn't have any money really to buy her anything. She will get something now. Very nice.
Like perhaps the state of Tennessee? Michael, when you had $30, $40, $50,000, why? What was in your mind? Why did you keep going?
Yeah.
Two things. One, it felt right. And the second was I still had 7 spins, and if I passed them, somebody could have done what I did. That was a lot of spins to pass, 7.
And you felt that perhaps someone might, if you had that kind of money, someone would pass spins back to you, which eventually Janie did.
They would, yeah.
And so that's what your strategy was based on that. And you've been watching the show.
I love that they're having this post-talk. I think it's great.
I'm unemployed, so I...
Now, you're from, you came out here from where?
Southwestern Ohio, between Cincinnati and Dayton.
And what did you used to do, Michael? What kind of work?
I've been an air conditioning mechanic, and I drove an ice cream truck for about 10, 12 years, but I'm not this summer. No way.
No, evidently not. How does it feel? How does it feel to be the part owner of CBS? What are you going to do? What are you going to do with the money, Michael?
Invest in houses.
Real estate.
Yes, real estate. To shelter it. I had to shelter
So
it.
sad to know that it's not.
No, back where I'm from.
It didn't
I
work
wouldn't
out.
buy nothing out here.
The man comes out here, takes our money, and leaves.
Yes.
So you're going to take that money and go back and buy some real estate and not drive an ice cream truck.
Look at his
right.
face.
That's right.
Be sure
I'm going to Bahamas, I think, and some other place.
I bet, and your family might like that a lot. And do you have anything in mind as to what you're going to get your daughter for her belated birthday present?
No, it'll be a surprise.
You think this might be a surprise to her as well? Michael, you were an absolute treat. I mean, I couldn't believe it when the 70s, 80s, and 90,000, you kept going. Obviously, you felt right.
I came out here only wanting 20 because I wanted to come back next show, but...
Well, I feel real bad for you, Michael, because you can't come back the next show. But you have won at least, I think, 3 times more than
So they already let the host know. Tell that bastard he ain't coming back.
It's been a real treat. Ed, you're leaving with 11,500.
It was much more poignant than I remembered.
And Janie, you're leaving with a lot of memories. You've been involved in history here. Until next time, when we'll see 3
Janie's
new
like,
players,
great history.
This is Peter
Love
Tamarkin
it.
saying thanks for pressing your luck. Bye-bye.
Here's what we have for our departing contestants. Colifill.
Oh.
The pillow is non-allergenic. Stretchable polyfill.
Well, at least Janie and Ed are going to get a pillow.
Going
to get some
made the way it was meant to be from 100%
pasta. It's already
Also,
prepared. Gross. Look at that handy vac. Look at that brick. It's like the Zach Morris phone.
Also enjoy the air you breathe with pure air.
So, Michael Larson, press your luck. For someone to have a concept and an idea and then find a way to make it happen, it's truly an incredible moment. And to see somebody at the biggest thing that they've done in their life and the reactions of everybody around them and knowing the story, it's so great. Whatever happened to him afterwards, it's honestly less important than the moment. And getting to witness this moment in 1984 is truly something special. And honestly, I learned a lot watching it and knowing the story and seeing people's reactions in their faces. It's really an amazing thing. A very uniquely American story in so many ways. This is Stephen Platinum with, who booked this shit?